telling someone they are really preparing for marriage is not the full truth, and it's a setup. Because if you prepare for marriage and marriage is delaying, you feel frustrated. Is somebody get what I'm saying? So we really don't prepare for marriage. What we do to succeed in marriage is to prepare for life. The things that make marriage fail is not marriage itself. Is somebody get what I'm saying? We've done this for, I have done this for close to 30 years. I've never seen anybody just say the marriage itself is the reason why we are divorcing. You will always see things like, oh, communication. Is somebody get what I'm saying? And communication is not a marriage issue. It's a life issue that people bring into marriage. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. You hear people say we have financial issues. Financial issue is not a marriage issue. It's an issue of life that now impacts what? Marriage. So technically, we really don't prepare for marriage. What we prepare for is life. Now, the quality of the person in life is what impacts the quality of the marriage. People act shocked when they're in the marriage. Like, I don't know why is marriage not working. I know why. A lizard that is single does not become an alligator in marriage. I get what I'm saying? It's the quality of person you are when you were single. That's the person that enters the marriage. Many people act as if marriage is bad. No, marriage on its own is a beautiful design. I mean, the most beautiful design ever. I don't know if that's what I'm going to teach on Sunday, but if you understand marriage, you give God thanks. It's one of the best things He had ever designed, and it's the first institution that started before church. I love church. I've been a pastor for almost all my life, but trust me, marriage comes before church. In fact, in scriptural, in the book of Timothy, they say the qualification or the criteria to be a bishop or a pastor is to run your home well. I get what I'm saying? They are saying, look, if you can't run your home, don't come and run God's home. So, it's the first institution. That's what God felt was necessary first. A home. And everybody has a home. Everybody comes from a family. All the people causing chaos in the world, they came from a family. Is somebody catching what I'm saying? So, it's the quality of person you are that impacts the marriage. And that's why you heard when P and K said, she doesn't really disturb married people. That's the honest truth. When you have entered, it's a different negotiation. Trust me. Red flags only exist before marriage. Inside marriage, there's no red flag. We are all wearing red. It's a red group, a red cult. You are inside. You can't be talking about flag. Flag. Okay? Which flag? You have entered. Is somebody get what I'm saying? It's a covenant you have already signed. Unfortunately, most of us don't read the fine print. When they were calling you your daughter, they said, do you do? You know you didn't pay attention to what they say you do. You just said, Pastor, do quick, let me go and do. I'm ready to do. Are you sure? Because what you were signing in the fine print is that I'm going to inherit all assets and liabilities. That's what you said, though. But you know you didn't think about it. I do quickly, I want to do. Are you sure? Once you enter, you have signed. You said for better, for worse. Most people in their head don't really think how better can be and how worse. They never think it. So when they enter, they say, this is not, that's the worst. He's rude, that's the worst you signed. She said, that's the worst we are talking about. You signed that you will do. It's like buying a car as is. You say, this car, anything I see inside, I've taken it. Say, sign, you sign. Then you now come back and say, sorry, the gauge is not, you go and it's your business. None of your, as long as it has left this lot, it's your business, it's your issue. I don't know if you're catching what I'm saying. So it's the quality of person you are matters. Please don't play keyboard. Who is playing keyboard? It distracts me. I'm like that. If you play, I'll start singing and you won't like it. You won't like it. Pastor will just drive me for start singing. This whole way empty now. So it's the quality of person you are. So anybody telling you you're praying for marriage is not really telling you the truth. You don't pray for marriage. You pray for life. Life, every part of your life is what plays out in the marriage. So people come and say, why are you divorcing? It's communication issues, it's selfish issues, it's financial issues, it's physical abuse. All those things are not marriage issues. They are life issues. They just, show up. Somebody said it's the quality of the eggs that determines the quality of the omelette. It's the quality of the eggs. Pastor Miriam always shares the story how when she was young, her mom was teaching her how to fry eggs, that you break each egg separately to make sure it's fresh. Because those days there was high chance of having eggs that were not fresh. But she wanted to be fast. She didn't have time. She just broke all the eggs. Now she broke about 3 or 4 eggs. They were all fine, broken into place. She now broke one that was rotten into all the other ones. So the whole thing became what? Bad. That's how marriage works. The person you choose to marry is going to affect the rest of your life, guys. There's nothing like part time or short time or a bit. No. The whole trajectory of your life is going to be altered by who you marry. If you were heading this way, there are people you will marry that will turn your life this way forever. Or this is not that it just affect me for 5 years. No. For many people, it's going to impact them as in the whole direction. And you know the crazy thing about life, when you are young, you think you have time. Let me tell you, some of us are getting older. Let me tell you, there's no rehearsal. This is it. This thing you are now. This is it. You are already spending, and it's limited. The only person that's limited is God. God lives forever. The rest of us, we're on a timer. Every birthday you celebrate is exit. When you're younger, say you want to do my birthday. I say getting older, you're trying to go back. They say go forward. Be going. Say no. You know when you're younger, you're increasing your age. When you're older, you're reducing your age. You're getting nearer the exit. Is somebody catching what I'm saying? There's no rehearsal. This is it. Life is about how you manage the life, how you spend it. Are you catching this? So you need to be careful of who you marry. Being here this morning is not a waste of time. This is a good deposit to your life. And that's why we said earlier, we don't even care how many people are here. If it's 2 people that were here, I'll come and invest in those 2 people. Somebody asked me, one of my mentees, he flew from Chicago to Houston to spend like 2 hours with me and flew back for mentoring. And one of the things they asked me is that, how do you do all these things you do? I say, you know what? I invest in people ferociously. Whether it's 1 person or 1,000 people, I invest. The Bible said, plant your seed 6 years, 7 years. You don't know which of them will yield. So the more you plant, the higher the chance you get harvest. I said, there's no city in this world that will enter. I don't have people that will come and assist me or do things for me. There's no city in this world. You know why? I'm always planting seeds. Is somebody catching what I'm saying? There are people that I blessed and helped 20 years ago that are still showing up in my life today. There are some of them, there's no way we could have both known we will meet 20 years after. So then we're a small girl doing nothing with her life in one local area in Lagos, and we invested in her. She came to church, invested in her. Now I come to do something in Dallas, Texas, and she's living there married with kids, and she's a major person to help the event. How would I have dreamt about that 20 years ago that me and her will meet in Dallas? There's no way I could have seen that. But you know what? I keep sowing. Some of you here now, I'll meet you somewhere again one day. Maybe you will be a pilot, you might be a doctor, you might be a president, you might be vice president, you might be something. Some of you are looking at me like I'm talking strange things. Okay, you might be a, what do you want to be? You just keep investing. There's a guy in Houston that's been begging me that he's a pilot. He said he wants to carry me and fly around Houston to show me the whole city. In all the small planes that are, you know those planes that are 3 people play. I say, look for that gift to give me. I don't like flying like that. But you know what am I saying? You know, when you plant seeds, harvest will come. So that's how life works. The quality of person you are, keep improving. We're not preparing for marriage. No, you're not preparing for marriage. You're preparing for life. Now, of course, reading or listening about in a marriage conference is part of it. But I'm saying that's not the target. I'm a marriage counselor, I'm a marriage preacher, I'm a marriage coach, but I can tell you for free, reading only marriage books is not how you succeed in marriage. You will fail in marriage if that's what you read. Because some people are so fascinated and focused on marriage. They wake up in mind, the judgment of their wedding gown. They've not met husband, but they have gown. The design of gown, how their cake will look. Calm down. Calm down. You prepare for life. The quality of person you choose is based on the quality of person you are. You can't choose better than who you are. Oh, the more I grow, I found out everybody is not everybody. Yeah, I know, I will explain. That's how Ghanaians talk. When I went to Ghana one time, they talk everything tutu. Everybody's not everybody. It's okay. I love our second largest followership is from Ghana. Love the country. So, okay, I think Ghanaians here. Yeah, I love you. I mean, lovely people. Second, after Nigeria, where we have the largest place is Ghana. So we love Ghana. You know. So everybody is not everybody. What do I mean by that? All doctors are not equal. Oh man, the day this thing became apparent to me, it changed my life. You know, all doctors are not doctors. They are not the same. You know, there are issues you have. One doctor will kill you, another one will heal you. I hope you do know this. Same ailment. It might even be the same hospital building. That's why we as believers, we must be prayerful. If you know this is like, okay, some of you heard of the plane crash that happened. You heard what happened. Somebody just didn't communicate well. That's all. People have died. They've gone. If it was another person that was on duty that day, probably wouldn't have happened. Just the wrong person. And he's employed. He's a professional. If you ask him now, he's a professional. But one wrong judgment call. So all doctors are not doctors. There are people that will take surgery. You're not coming out. And some will take you. You will be healthy like never. All lawyers are not the same. I hope you know that. If law was that simple, then we don't need so much law. Lawyers. The law will interpret itself, right? No. It depends on who is talking. Somebody will come, same case. When he finish talking, they'll say, kill the other person, say, criminal. Same case. If it wasn't important, then we don't need lawyers then. Anybody will just come and read the case and determine who wins, right? No, but who talks, who defends you, will determine whether you are spending the rest of your life in prison or you are coming out. All lawyers are not the same. All real estate agents are not the same. Oh my God, I wish you can understand this, guys. Nothing is the same. So it's important the person. You can't just pick anybody. You are my lawyer. What? You will end in prison. You will end in prison because he has lawyer in his name or attorney, that's what I say here, in his name, and he has a degree, doesn't mean he will defend you well. You can go there and say rubbish. I don't know if you're catching what I'm saying. I've made those mistakes in my life. Choose the wrong lawyer, choose the wrong doctor, choose. We had one of our kids. We started having our kids in America. You know what caused it? Initially we couldn't even afford it, so we're not thinking about it. My wife was pregnant after waiting for about 8 years to have kids. She was finally pregnant and she went to hospital. And one nurse didn't read her case file, gave her a pill that she was giving every other person that started making the pregnancy threatened. Just one nurse. 8 years of waiting for kids. She's a nurse, so that's her job. And she didn't mean bad, she didn't mean evil. Because some people think the people to be afraid of are only witches and code that mean evil. No, they are good people you should avoid. Have good intention, but they are going to put you in trouble. So some people are good, they are not good for you. That's why you don't marry any good person. No, we don't marry just by good. They are just not good for you, for where you are going, for what you want. And how will you discern this person is good enough for you? Is you being good enough for yourself, you knowing what you want. I don't know if you're catching what I'm saying. You can, if I tell you go and pick a house, oh yes, I don't know if people are catching what I'm saying. The best investment to make is not real estate. I know you've heard that. Some of you, I'm sure you're even into real estate, and you hear that the best investment in this world is real estate. Not true at all. The best investment is S&P or stocks, but not true at all. The best investment in this world is in yourself. You are the one that will pick the real estate. If you know nothing about real estate, you pick the worst possible real estate, and then you lose money. And then you come and meet people say, I thought people say it's real estate, that's the best investment. We say yes, but you need to know where. They will start telling you a story. I've seen people that have lost money in crypto, lost money in Bitcoin. Nothing is the best investment except you, because you're going to determine the rest of the investments. Not all real estate are good. They are horrible real estate. The real estate people have tied their money into that the money is reduced every day. There are stocks people have bought and everything has gone down. I don't know if you're getting what I'm saying. So the number one best investment is you. You are the one that will ask the right questions when you want to invest in real estate. You don't know the questions to ask and what to look out for. They will sell you the worst. Because there's somebody, the way I say it when I do business coaching is that it's the mugus that fund the gurus. I know some of you don't know what mugu is. Mugu is the newbie, the ignorant person, the naive person. So it's the mugus that fund the gurus. There's somebody holding on to a product they don't need, they know it's horrible. They're going to look for the most naive person. And that's how marriage works. There's somebody that everybody's rejecting. They're going to look for the most naive single that doesn't know about marriage and present themselves to that person. I want to marry you. But the person doesn't know the questions to ask. She say, yes, I've been waiting for years. You don't carry the problem everybody's avoiding.